9:21 a.m. Hey everybody, Grand Rising, afternoon, evening. What a huge shift of events. Do you remember when aliens didn't exist? Do you remember when UFOs didn't exist? Because I remember that. I remember. Just reminding you all not to forget that. Um, the Great Deception is unraveling. And it's not like a myth either. There's nothing myth about it. Remember, you are a soul. And we are in a spiritual battle. Please don't ever forget that you are a divine soul, and we are in a serious spiritual battle. And there's no coincidences they're doing these disclosures because they're preparing you, for those who are not paying attention, to get used to witnessing. I remember, okay, let me back up a second, because I remember when I was a kid, I'm from a different generation. There was this movie. I can't think of the guy's name, but he was, dressed up as Satan. I'm talking back in like this late 70s, and the red body, the horns, scared the crap out of me. And then like they've been slowly each decade integrating for you to get used to seeing this stuff. So that and then you're deceived, right? I didn't even understand like the whole resonance with the music resonance, because they changed that. It's a lower vibration than it originally started out with. I think early 1900s. I'm clearly paraphrasing here because I'm not exactly sure, but that's when it shifted the frequency of music. These shows, they're like getting you used to. They are preparing society to get used to seeing things that your eyes will not be used to seeing, to dull your discernment, to dull your intuition. Like me and so many other people have been talking about this for a long time. And we're here, we're in it. We're in it. These ships are really here. This show's here. Like I remember in the 80s when the TV show V, they arrived then. They were here before that, but that was soft disclosure. Soft disclosure. They use entertainment as soft disclosure so that it numbs you. And the more I'm seeing them, it's highly disturbing. It's highly disturbing because you know who's going to be targeted? Well, everybody, kids, children, because children are so young and innocent. And believe me, demons exist in the flesh in many of y'all's world. Pretty much everybody's world. Just most people don't realize it. And they come in all different shapes and sizes. And now with these new shows coming out, because remember, I'm going to back up a second. Remember when UFOs didn't exist? Remember when aliens didn't exist or interstellar beings? Remember that? Do you remember the people that saw them and the government would step in, which are the beings, the agents, and saying it was swamp gas, for the generation that knows what I'm talking about? And now all of a sudden it's socially acceptable that UFOs exist because they're being captured all over the world. And they are. They're getting you ready. They're getting you prepared. All right, these are not our friends. None of these things are here as to be our friend at all. And they will target those who are not paying attention. They're going to target everybody. Those who are not paying attention. They're going to target those who are asleep. They're going to target the kids. Like I said, they're already doing that. They've been targeting us the whole time, even us adults who were children. It was a different time, a different way of doing it. I mean, there's all kinds of sci-fi shows out now. I mean, I grew up in a generation where it was a big deal. Star Trek was on television. I'm talking the original Star Trek. It was a big deal. And then Star Wars, that was a big deal. And now it's just common. So they're getting ready. They're getting ready. They're getting ready to really reveal. And for us who are filming, I mean, many of us already seen this stuff. Not to the clarity that's going to happen, but it's coming. And it's not, well, it is entertainment. All the world's a stage. It's coming. And it's important that you remember who you are, because the great deception is here. When they showed Lucifer at the end of the Olympics, because that was Lucifer. That wasn't an actor. That was Lucifer. That was very telling. Like, we're there now. We're really there now. This isn't just some story, it's all scripted, don't get me wrong, but it's a script that has to play out. It has to. So we're coming into the year of the serpent, which is Leviathan. The Chinese year of the serpent. Still Leviathan. Anything in this world, ultimately, you just got to really use discernment. And I even have to be reminded of that a lot as well. Because I see both light and dark. I see the light in things because the serpent is divine feminine. However, it gets misused in a deceptive way because you have Lilith here. Lilith has been trying to raise her serpent. And I really feel her serpent has been in the Ohio serpent. It's in Ohio. I really feel that's Lilith serpent. And there was a dark ceremony done there a few years ago to try to raise that serpent. And you all know who you are because you watch my channel. You partook in it. So I just find it interesting, this constant soft disclosure. Like, it's not just entertainment. They're preparing you for you not to be freaked out when you see these. Well, the Anunnaki, honestly, I think it's all the Anunnaki. The Anunnaki are definitely here, and they're going to appear, and they are. And they're getting used to you, trying to get you used to seeing these strange creature beings so that you don't freak the fuck out, pardon my mouth, so that you can be lulled and deceived. It is all there. And yes, I do read scripture. I know scripture is very distorted, and I know God is in scripture, but that scripture is not God. There's a big difference in that. And you have to understand what you're reading. And it's all been there. I remember a long time ago learning about really when to worry was when peace is on earth. When the Middle East finds peace, that's when you get worried. That's actually when the Messiah is supposed to return, is after that. Whether you believe or not, that's on you, but I get it. I'm seeing it. I'm watching it unravel. The Messiah will appear to those who are willing to see the Messiah, the real Messiah. And we are the Christ, but they have to play out this act. All the world is a stage. There's a lot of things behind the blue up there. And it's not just planets. It's not planets. You have beings up there. You have fake lights up there. What do you think the space station is? It's a control arm for the light. I think there's probably a lot of those light systems all over. It's not just one. And that's why this is all falling apart, because you had an organic being template, original vibrational, high vibrational energy that we're a part of, and you put a fake construct on that. That's not going to vibrate. It's only going to last so long. Again, it's like building a house of sticks. It's only going to last so long. If you don't build it correctly, it's going to fall apart. That's what's happening. So I'm just like, I've just seen just even the past 24 hours, but I want to back up to, remember when that Satan con, I said, be mindful of everything that's going to unveil from that moment on. That was like 2 years ago. 2 years ago now? Or a year ago, whatever. I think it was 2 years ago. They did that Satan con in Salem, Massachusetts. And then King Charles died. And then, that was over a year ago. And then I think it was before King Charles died, the 5 men plummeted down to the Titanic, because that was a ritual. And I said, pay attention to all the events that are going to take place after this. And it's been very fast. And then the eclipse. And since the eclipse in April, so much is unveiling. Like, we've never had this many storms ever in my lifetime. So much is unraveling right now. So the Great Deception is about to be revealed. Clearly, none of us are privy to know that. That's true divine creator. That would be true divine creator. It's all in, checks and balances, man. Know your soul. Know your soul. You can think this is funny. You can think this is a joke. You're going to be the one that's been deceived. Know your soul. And if you don't know your soul, you better get to know your soul fast, or you will be truly deceived. And it's important for you to protect your kids, because Lucifer's been here the whole time. We're in Set's world. We're in Set's world. How many kids get hurt out there? How many kids are abducted out there? How many kids are underground in these tunnels that really exist? They show you in everything. Children should never be hurt, ever. Not in the true kingdom, ever. Children are coveted, for they are divine, just like me and you. So get ready, because it's going to happen. They are preparing you. They are constantly doing soft disclosure for you to get used to seeing something that you're not used to seeing. They've been doing it the whole time. And these things are not going to be our friends. And they're not. They've been cooking us. They've been targeting us with energy. Get ready. Just get ready and get right. Get right with your soul.